So I'll introduce this. I'll introduce this one. Today we are going to explain about the trigger, first trigger and second trigger, the PBL table, and we're going to conclude everything. So before we start, we're going to introduce ourselves. Then after that, we need the first trigger and the second trigger to be not discussed, read out, to be read out. So we'll start with Pachik, introduction.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Firdaus. My name, right? Okay, my name is Muhammad Firdaus bin Yahya, and my metric number is 175 and 504.
Hi, my name is Nur Shaira binti Magazali. My metric number 1728886 and I'm from group 11.
Hi, my name is Hidayatul Nabila. My metric number is 175089.
My name is Nur Nabila Zuhaidi and my metric number is 174299.
Hi, my name is Ina Shuhada binti Ibrahim. Metric number 175091.
Hi, I'm Taking, metric number 175896.
Hi, I'm Katrina M. binti Peter, metric number 171804.
My name is Wada Izzah, metric number 175071.
Hi, my name is Fatin Amira binti Abbas and my metric number is 172055.
I am Nurjana binti Mokhtar, my metric number 174294.
Hi, my name is Anissa binti Madrid, metric number 175072. I'm from Red.
And lastly, my name is Laukami, matrix number 173370.
So we will have to read out the first and second trigger. So let's start with the first trigger.
Okay, for the first trigger, I would like to read the trigger. Felix the cat. Trigger 1. Felix, an overnight 2 years old domestic. Felix, an overnight 2 years old domestic short-hair cat was admitted to UPM on a Friday. The owner informed the veterinarian on duty that Philip was losing his appetite for the past few weeks. He was found vomiting after every meal for the past few days. From preliminary observation, the patient's eyes, gums and ear was found to be in yellow color. Blood samples were collected to the biochemistry analysis by VLSU. What are the possible factors that may lead to the such observation found in the Felix? Okay, for the trigger 2.
For the trigger 2, Felix died over a weekend after being admitted for 2 days in UPM. Postmortem was conducted to determine the cause of his death. Early prognosis on the type of disease Felix was suffering from shall be determined from the blood analysis and biopsy report. Liver biopsy was taken and from the histology slides, hepatic percolization containing liquid was observed. Blood biochemistry report indicate that leptin, glucose and triglyceride were 60 to 80% higher in comparison to a healthy cat. Describe the possible disease Felix was suffering from and explain the biochemistry pathway that involved in the development of such disease.
So to summarize everything, the facts found in from the previous 2 videos, the facts found in trigger 1 would be that it happened overnight, and the 2-year-old cat lost appetite, and the eyes, gums, ears are yellow in color. Blood samples are collected, and it vomited after every meal for the past few days. So can you guys talk about this trigger one? Anyone who wants to explain the trigger?
So, the cat is overweight, so we can. Okay. Okay, the cat's lost appetite for past few weeks, and then maybe why the cat lost appetite? Maybe we can discuss about that.
From my opinion, I think the owner maybe sudden change of the diet. That cat cannot adapt, cannot accept the the change of the diet and they start to eat. But my opinion.
So what was initially thought to be mouth ulcer or GIT problems, they are all already shortlisted. So they are already, all these possible facts are already taken out and replaced with the change of diet. Another fact I would say would be the loss of appetite is because cats, they're actually meat eaters. Some of the owners, they don't realize that cats are obligate meat eaters, so they actually feed them things like rice or more towards carbohydrate diet. So that's the reason why it loses appetite.
On the next fact, which is the eye, gum, and ear yellow in color. I think that is probably because jaundice, maybe because of liver problem and also the kidney problem. That will also lead to anemia.
Why yellow in color?
Correct?
I just wanna ask why yellow in color?
Because the accumulation of bilirubin inside the right?
Yes. The accumulation of bilirubin causes hyperbilirubinemia.
Why bilirubin accumulate at that certain part of body? Maybe because of liver
There's a lot
disease.
of things. Some of it because of the anemia, like as I said, the blood is destroyed before it's been recycled. It's too many blood has been destroyed, and then the bilirubin is not cannot be excreted out from the urine, and then it runs inside the bloodstream. So when it runs inside the bloodstream, it can get to any other organs easily. That's why the bilirubin can went into the such organs like the eye, the gut, the ear.
So maybe Nabila can explain about how the liver failure lead to jaundice.
The liver failure lead to jaundice.
Let's talk about the biopsy first. Because since we already know that this liver failure is caused in this cat. Liver failure happened in this cat, so we took a biopsy already, right? From the second trigger. So you can actually explain about that. So
the result from the biopsy.
yeah, what can we get from the result of biopsy?
So the result showed that the hepatic vacuolization of the hepatic cells containing the lipids. So maybe it's related to the fatty degeneration. Can someone explain the fatty
Okay,
degeneration?
fatty degeneration is also called steatosis. Steatosis. Steatosis is how we explain pathologically when a fat invade the liver. You know what I'm trying to say? Actually, there's no pathogenesis to explain about how to test steatosis occur, but what you can say that there's a the series of pathologic event that brings to accumulation of fatty or triglyceride inside the hepatocytes. Well, so what it means that this the triglyceride or the fat accumulates inside the hepatocyte and cannot be excreted out or destroyed by the liver.
Can I add some point?
Okay, sure you can.
From what I know, fatty degeneration is happen when fat in our body be metabolized, and then fat will go to the liver, and it will can say deposited at the liver and change the original structure of the liver. So that's why the name is fatty degeneration, because the surface of the liver is now accumulated with the liver, with the fat.
Meaning the outside of the liver.
And I think
is outside the liver and also inside the cell of the liver. Okay, Iza, I'm sorry for interrupting. You can
Right. I think this kidney problem also related to the jaundice we talked about earlier, because when there's a problem to the liver, like we said before, there's fatty degeneration occur in the liver will be less effective to excrete the bilirubin, right? Yeah, so that's why it causes jaundice to the cat. Yeah.
Okay, because the bilirubin
Can
cannot be
be
excreted out, so it travels throughout the body.
the blood, the vascular system, and that's why you can see the eye, gum, and ear of the cat becoming red.
So on a side note, we just talk about another fact, which is that Felix died after being admitted 2 days. So what can you tell about this from our previous video? Is it a chronic or acute disease?
I think most of us would agree that it is a chronic disease, where it happens over a span of few weeks rather than abruptly. So, does anyone have any different opinions about this?
I agree with you.
Yeah, we all agree it's chronic.
Because it's happened a few weeks, right? So it might be chronic.
So what action could the owner do to prevent the cat, to have prevented the cat from dying in the first place?
I think first one is when the owner see the symptom, the sign of the cat that's not healthy, it should he or she should bring the cat to the clinic earlier, because I think only after 2 days bring to the UBH, the Felix died. So I think it's just a very like too late.
I also think the owner should hospitalize the cat. I mean, this disease probably occur because of unusable glucose. And then if we hospitalize the cat, the normal patient will take this, and the disease will not occur.
I think why the owner do not take the cats to the hospital, because maybe the clinical sign just maybe loss of appetite and also vomit. So maybe she or he doesn't think that it is a chronic or severe case. So maybe after the eye, gums and ear turn to yellow, and then only then they admit it to the hospital.
So the conclusion is that owners should not take lightly any symptoms, even loss of appetite. It could be some underlying reason for something big.
Yeah, and it happens for a few days. It's not like 1 day or 2 days. 1 or 2 days it's actually overlooked. But this happens for quite a long time, so it's expected of the owner to bring it to the vet immediately.
I would like to actually also clarify about the action, because I think instead of immediate taken to the hospital when we show the symptom, I think it is also important to observe the diet of the cat. Like they said before about the size of chicken. So we should not suddenly change and give diet that are not appropriate for the cat. So I think owners should have more info about the diet. So anyone would like to add on?
Actually, just another small point about Hanisa mentioning about force feeding. For our case here, it's actually not a very good idea to force feed the cat, knowing that it's actually dead because of hepatic debiliosis. Where in this case, force feeding may actually cause more stress to the cat. So additional stress, I do not think is a good idea for the disease itself.
And in the first place, they have already have hepatic problem, so it's hard for it to metabolize whatever nutrients is going to the liver.
And the cat is simply just
Puke out.
So the best course of action is still to bring it to a vet so that they can get proper treatment.
But then I read in an article somewhere that we need to force feed the cat to prevent the cat from metabolizing the fat foods. So the first thing to do is to force feed the cat to stop the action of fat metabolizing.
I think the owner have to be knowledgeable.
Change the diet.
So before we move on, we already summarized the first and second fact for this trigger, which is that Felix died 2 days after being admitted, and then we already got a biopsy for this hepatic vacuolization, which is the hepatic vacuolization of hepatic cells containing only lipid. So from these two results, what can we conclude about this disease? Can anyone say?
Bettina?
Maybe Bettina can explain
Yes.
your opinion with like just.
I think you want to say something because I see you.
Okay. So from the
Two facts in the trigger.
from the two facts in the trigger we have discussed, so maybe we can conclude that it is feline hepatic lipidosis.
Could anyone explain about hepatic lipidosis?
Hepatic lipidosis, also known as fatty liver. Maybe okay. Hepatic lipidosis happen because the animal's body do not have enough glucose to be used as energy, so they use fat instead to develop energy. However, we all know that the cats cannot metabolize fats efficiently, right? So that's why the fats accumulate in the liver. So, any other opinion?
I agree because feline hepatic lipidosis is the most common amongst common disease among the cat species because of the what you said now, the cat cannot metabolize fat efficiently. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's the most common disease among the cat species.
So now that we
Sorry.
So now that we concluded the disease of feline hepatic lipidosis, we move on to the third fact first, which is that we already got a third result. What can we make of this third result? That says that leptin, glucose, and triglycerides is increased in the blood by about 60 to 80% compared to a healthy cat. Firstly, what is leptin? What do you think, Ben?
So from what I searched, I would like to share with you guys. Leptin is what? So leptin is a hormone made by adipocytes adipocytes of the adipose tissue that helps to regulate balance between that helps to regulate energy balance by inhibit hunger.
So it means that that thing will inhibit the hunger in the animal. That's why the animal lost appetite.
Yes.
Oh, that is like okay.
So I think we can relate the leptin with the lost appetite of the feelings. Why the feelings lost appetite, right?
I just want to ask, which comes first, the loss of appetite or the leptin?
Because of the production the leptin cause the loss of appetite. That's what I understand.
Because changing the diet.
Because the cat is overweight anyway, right? So maybe carbohydrate fats are
The fat is already there. The adipose tissue is already there. So there's a possibility that leptin is high. Any sudden change of the diet can easily change the mood of the cat to like lost appetite.
You get it?
So the change of diet lead to increase of leptin.
No.
Sorry.
When the cat is overweight, there is probably high adipose tissue, right? The leptin is produced from the adipose tissue.
Yes.
So that means high adipose tissue and high leptin.
Yes.
And then the cat doesn't want to eat.
Yes.
Because
That's
of
why.
leptin.
That's why the cat don't want to eat. Because
That's
of
why-
overweight actually.
Yeah.
Because of the adipose tissue.
because of the diet itself.
Since we have cleared that, why don't we move on to the high levels of triglyceride and also glucose?
So, Kami, what do you think?
Well, personally, I would say that the high level of triglyceride is because of the mobilization of fats from the peripheral fat storage all over the body. Since, as you said, he's overweight, and now that he's not eating, you have to get the energy from somewhere. Where else other than the fat storage all over the body? So once you start to mobilize the fat, it will be broken down into triglycerides. So there will be high levels of triglyceride in the blood. And can anyone explain about the glucose?
Glucose is also created from fats. The fat, mobilized fats around the blood as well. It is metabolized in the liver through a process known as gluconeogenesis to form glucose. So in the case of mobilizing fat, it not only creates fats as energy, but also creates glucose as energy as well. So this would actually explain why there is 60% or to 80% higher fat, leptin and glucose in the body. You guys agree? So should we?
So maybe you can move on to the course of action that should have been taken.
Yeah, why not we move on to the action when the cat is alive? What would we do? Right?
If the vitamin B complex, yeah, vitamin B complex is important to increase the appetite, cat's appetite, so that it will eat lah.
I want to add something. Maybe we can change the diet back to the original before the owner change, right?
Or the owner has to have knowledge, like she said earlier, how to change diet.
Just change it gradually, step by step.
Yeah, and the owner also should keep the cat to be in a normal weight. Because overweight animals are actually more prone to having this disease.
So,
Environmental wise, we could add in more exercise for the cat. You're right.
so does anyone have anything else to add?
No, I think we don't. So, can someone conclude it, please?
So, in my opinion, first of all, the cats, in our opinion, so I think that firstly, because of the cat's lost appetite, so reduce the number of glucose in the body. Therefore, the cat use fat instead of the glucose to generate energy. And then, when the fats accumulate in the liver, it leads to the liver failure. That's why it causes jaundice and formation of yellow color gums, ears, and eyes. Okay, and then accumulation of the fats in the liver lead to feline hepatic lipolysis. So that's all from all of us. So thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.